sleet, snow, or shine, one thing is for sure, we will be here for some rendition of a postgame when it matters most. LSU falls to Little Rock 10-4 and forces a Game 7 in your own regional. I am going to start off tonight's show by saying what we do in every one of these type of situations. Not that you've had many of these type of situations. We take every game here in a one-game sample size. We will talk about the game that you will have tomorrow. Tonight is about tonight. Tonight is about the 11 walks that you gave up. Tonight was about the 8 runs that were generated for Little Rock in the 11 walks that you gave up. Tonight is about in the third inning when you have the bases loaded in the top of the third, and by the way, with 2 outs, and then you hit a fly ball in a center field and you can't score a run. Tonight is about the third inning when Chase Shores is in the game because Jay Newt can't find it, and you give up 3 straight walks to Rhodes, Martin, and Chaplin. And the hottest hitter in the tournament, not best player, but the hottest hitter in the tournament, hits a 3 RBI double down the right field line. Tonight is about in the top of the fourth when you have the bases loaded again and Ethan Fry is up and he pops out to the shortstop to end an inning. Tonight is about you thinking that you could just walk out there with a team who has virtually nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. A team that tarps their own field. A program that isn't funded well at all. A team that has belief. And guys, you beat yourself and they did not give a shit and continue to pile on. Don't mistake it. Tonight you beat yourself. You can't walk 11 batters and think that you'll beat any fucking body because you won't. You simply won't. We will break this entire game down. We will talk a lot about what goes into tomorrow. But after getting shut out in game 1 by LSU, Little Rock has scored 40 runs in 3 games. They demolished Rhode Island. They demolished DBU. And tonight, they spanked your ass. And there wasn't anything that you could do about it. You were faced with adversity tonight, and quite frankly, you're going to be faced with all the adversity tomorrow. What are you going to do with it? Because your season, and quite honestly, the trajectory of where you want things to go is on the line tomorrow. So we'll talk about that. Every postgame show is brought to you by our good friends, and for those who have just finally tuned into us, in game 3 of the regional, I am hoarse, still able to battle through it. I greatly apologize. But every postgame show is brought to you by our good friends over at betonline.ag. Guys, you can use that promo code BELIEVE50. That's BELIEVE50, BLEAV 50 to receive a 50% off welcome bonus on your first deposit. betonline.ag, where the action starts. And our good friends over at Service Hog Digital Media, where they have the right leads, smart systems, and real growth. Get a marketing system that works for you today by going over to servicehawk.io. That's servicehawk.io today to be able to receive all of those right lead smart systems for real growth in your business. HVAC work, generator work, HVAC, they do it all, man. If you are in the business, or you own a business, or run a business, you need to get in touch with our good friends over at ServiceHawk Digital Media today. I see some super chats that are flying in here. So before we break the game down, Dalad says, when the $5 super chat, good luck winning when you have 11 walks. Without a doubt. He also says, I'm not sure if they were even taking today seriously. Jones walking around with Batman glasses during warmups. They were never ready. Two things here. Number one, thank you for the super chats. And if you want comments read, yes, you send in super chats. We'll get to them. Everybody do us a favor, by the way. Hit the like and share. If you're on Facebook, share to all those groups and social media pages. You're watching us, listening to us on YouTube. Like, subscribe, notification bell, wherever you listen to podcasts, rate, review, and subscribe. The first thing, he's 1,000% right. You give up 11 walks, you're going to get your ass beat by anybody that puts on a uniform. Just cannot happen. Now, the question of tonight's show, I was asked last night where I thought LSU would go. I don't agree with Jay to go with Jaden Newt. I didn't agree with it. I didn't like it. I wouldn't have gone there. I would have gone Casey Evans. You could close the game out. Now, the good news is that you have a very, very well-rested Zach Cowan and Casey Evans to go tomorrow. And it looks as if you saw during the game, Casey Evans was literally pacing himself the entire end of the game to get in there. Smart to not use them in that situation while you're down. Bottom line, I did not agree with it. Shores and Myers, either they're going to come in there and really deliver, or they're going to do what they did tonight. And I don't think Jacob Myers, for what it's worth, I'm not going to really blame him because he hasn't had an outing that long all season, and you're asking him to do something that he hasn't done all year. Well, Blake, you did it in Nichols. Guys, he hasn't done it in a year. He hasn't done it in a year. His longest outing was 1 1/3 innings all year. So, no, I'm not going to blame him. You can't ask for him to push something out of his ass when it's not there. Now, Cooper Williams gave you that for sure, but 11 walks. 11 walks. And quite honestly, in the wild, wild week, especially weekend that has been college baseball, why should we expect anything different? We really shouldn't. We really shouldn't. You're not the only one who's hosting a regional that finds themselves in a Game 7. But, man, tonight just did not look good. He also sends a $5 super chat, does Deloitte, in reference to Jones walking around with Batman glasses during warmups. I mean, listen, I'm not going to tell a team that's done that kind of level of stuff against Arkansas and then run ruled them at home to change who they are. I know you don't like it when you get beat, but it's really cool when you're winning. Because they're doing that same level of stuff when they beat Arkansas 2 out of 3. I don't see a problem. I mean, I just don't see a problem with it. You got to let them play loose. You play uptight, it won't be good. Now, per the ESPN app, LSU's game, this is per Koki Riley, LSU will face Little Rock at 8 p.m. tomorrow on ESPN2. Season on the line and a late night. A very, very late night. So, yeah, it's going to be a late one tomorrow. A very late one. That's what ESPN's app says. We'll see if that's what it is tomorrow. We'll see if that's what it is tomorrow. I don't know. Frank Castle says, Jay better get these boys ready to win tomorrow or we're going to have a effing problem. Oh, I agree. I vehemently agree. Listen, I know in tonight's instance, and you don't want to hear me say it. You'll probably leave when I say it. There's 987 of you in here right now at 12:09 a.m. I know you don't want to hear me say what I'm about to say. I have faith that you're going to win it. I have faith that you'll win it. You roll out like you did tonight, you ain't winning it. So that feeling in your stomach of desperation is there. Because you're in it, guys. You're one game away from not playing baseball anymore and turning to football season. That's gross. It's fucking gross. So, yeah, I agree with you, Frank. It will be a problem. Jay will have a lot of questions to answer, but I have faith that they're going to win it. All right, let's get to the game. LSU dominated in the top of the first. Wouldn't do shit after. Curio line drive single into right field. Bloop single by Jones into right field. They got lost in the sky. Danny Dickinson, a bloop single into right field with an RBI. Jake Brown would hit a fly ball into center field. Jones would advance. Ethan Fry would strike out looking. But Stephen Milam, who's been very hot at the plate this week in the regional, hit a 2 RBI line drive single into center field, and the Tigers take the lead 3-0. Milam would then end the inning by being thrown out at second base on an attempted steal. Because, I mean, this is why baseball is such a long game. I'm sure in that top of the first inning, LSU takes the lead 3-0. You're like, shit, let me go ahead and buy some tickets and look for a hotel to stay in for a super regional next weekend. I know that's the truth because I felt really good too. But baseball's a long-ass game. I mean, I have no earthly idea what else I can say about the top of the first. Glad you did it. Probably shouldn't have done it, if we're being honest. You had one bloop single by Jones. They got lost in the sky. A bloop single that can't be caught by Dickinson. And Stephen Milan hits a frozen road right back up the middle to save your ass. And you got 3 runs. Truth be told, if a normal play is made, you're not scoring that. And guys, you might have gotten run ruled, to be honest with you. But you didn't. You were able to put the ball in play, and it worked for you. Bottom of the first, Jay Newt gets a fly out to Stephen Milam, a ground ball single right back up the middle. A pop out to Luis Hernandez behind the plate, and Rhodes to strike out. So the first inning, all Tigers, and pretty good in doing it. Top of the second, Hernandez gets a ground ball single in the 5 and 6 hole. Braswell and Stanfield both would fly out to the center fielder. Derek Curiel with a ground ball line drive double down the left field line, taken to the opposite field. Guys, this was a part where you go into the top of the first, you score 3 runs. Hernandez and Curiel get base hits. You got runners on second and third with 2 outs. And arguably one of your better hitters up in 2-hole of Jerry Jones. Guys, he's 1 of 22. He's 1 of 22. He's 1 of 22 in his last 22 plate appearances. I mean, the hit that he has was the bloop single from earlier that got lost in the sky, and the right fielder couldn't find it. He's lost. I said last night I thought he would burst out of into the scene tonight, and he didn't. He just didn't. He can't find it. I don't know what Jay's going to do here, but he might need to make a move. I don't like making a move with a guy like Jones because it only takes one for him to absolutely just explode and he finds it again. But guys, I mean, I don't want to really mess with his mental more than it's already being messed with. But man, I don't know if he's right for there right now. Jay has made moves. He made them in game 3 in the national championship season against against Florida to win a national championship. Shit, Cade Beloso led the game off, was your one-hole hitter. Led off. But you just get to a place in a situation where I don't know if you don't move Jones down. Some of you are taking the shit way too far by saying bench him. I'm not trying to be rude. If you're in the camp to say bench Jared Jones, with all due respect, and I mean this with all due respect, this is just sports talk between friends, you and I, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. So, not trying to be rude, but I see some of you out there, we need a bench Jared Jones. You're all in the comments on Twitter. That is fucking stupid. Don't be that human being. He has lost it. Who are you going to put there? If you're going to bench him, you got to tell me who you're going to put there. It's just so dumb. Do I think he needs to be moved down in the order? Probably. Not good. I mean, it's been bad. It's been bad. This past week of the SEC tournament and this weekend. Guys, he's got a hit that shouldn't have been a hit. So, yeah. Speaking of Jared Jones, in the bottom of the second, he would fly out to the second baseman. Katz would come in to relieve Berkey. Just abysmal. Bottom of the second, Newt got into some trouble here. He would strike out Martin, but he'd give up a walk. And then Angel Cano, the first baseman for Little Rock, would hit one off the scoreboard. Guys, this dude's dangerous now. I don't give a fuck what his stats tell me. I don't care that he's hitting 250. I don't care. He's killed DBU. He killed Rhode Island. He killed DBU. And tonight, he killed you. Guys, he drove in half their runs. So there were times and moments that I thought that later in the game, Jay should have intentionally walked him. But, I mean, just absolutely, utterly insane. Newt got rocked, and this kid is really swinging it. Walks will come to beat you in the ass. A solo shot there doesn't do shit. It doesn't do shit. But you allow a walk, and listen, I get that the strike zone was really, really tight tonight. Very tight tonight. Guys, you gotta find ways to make shit happen. You gotta find ways to make shit happen. It's not an excuse. I mean, I thought that the zone was a little tight for Little Rock, to be honest with you, and there's nothing you could do with it. This Cano kid is dangerous. He's fucking dangerous. He was dangerous in their tournament, and he's dangerous right now. Guys, he's got 15 RBIs in the last 2 weeks. And the ball he hit tonight fucking soared. I mean, he blistered that baseball. Kid's swinging it, man. He's hotter than crawfish coming out of a pot during a boil. I mean, he is red hot. Seeing beach balls up there. Harris would give up a line drive double into the right center field wall. Almost out as well. They saw Newt, and they delivered. I mean, they just obliterated Jaden Newt in the second. He would walk Wilbanks. So runners on first and second and one out, for Little Rock with their chance to tie here in the second. Chase Shores comes in for Newt. He gets Seguin and Henry to K out back-to-back. Both pitches at 100 miles an hour to get the Ks. So you're up, but Jaden Newt did not deliver. And I don't disagree with going to Shores in that situation that early in the game and not burning Kason Evans and not burning Zach Cowan. Problem is, you would have hoped that Jaden Newt would have given you some length like he did in the tournament, and he couldn't. Guys, he got shell-shocked. He got rocked. Now, here would be any good news just in case. If you absolutely positively needed Jaden Newton to go for you tomorrow, he can go. Everybody's on the chopping block. Outside of Cade Anderson and Anthony Ianson, everybody's ready to go. Your entire bullpen. And I don't really know. I really don't know if you got in a massive crunch if Anthony Ianson's not ready to go for an inning. Seriously. Y'all think you can think I'm joking? A lot of you in here tonight will say that's a bad take because you went to Gage Junk in a game 7 of a regional last year for an inning. What makes you think on 98 pitches, if you need 3 outs, that you just don't go to him? You're crazy as fuck if you think that you're in a 1-run game and some shit happens that you don't turn to him to keep your season alive. You're crazy. You're crazy. Your season is here. And then you'll just figure it out in the super regional. You'll figure it out. Be the only good thing that you could say about Newt. But there's no way I'm running him back out there. It'd have to be my last option. So you get out of the second inning up 3-2. Guys, the third inning was abysmal. The third inning lost you the game. I mean, I know the ninth did too, but the way that it played out down the stretch, I don't really think meant anything depending on how you would have called that game if you would have done what you needed to do. We talked about this to start off the show. The top of the third, you had a fly out to the first baseman with Danny Dickinson, an unassisted put out by Jake Brown. But Ethan Fry and Steven Milam would walk, and Luis Hernandez would hit a ground ball single into the 5-hole on a dive, and a play was unable to be made, so he gets the single with the bases loaded. Michael Braswell pops out to center field on what probably would have been ball 4. Brutal. Fucking backbreaker. Just a backbreaker. Hey, that can't happen. That can't happen. When you're in close games in the playoffs, you got to deliver. Michael Braswell cannot, and you're out of the third inning. Still up 3-2. Even though that's bad, it's not the ultimate backbreaker. The bottom of the third is. Chase Shores gets a ground ball on 2 pitches to Danny Dickinson and gets the out. Rhodes, though, along with Martin and Chaplin, would get walked by Chase Shores. In the Rhodes at bat, on a full count, a borderline pitch gets called a ball. And after that, Chase Shores couldn't find it. He just could not find it. Because I mean, it's just you can't walk people. All 3 of those walks in the third inning, Rhodes, Martin, and Chaplin would all come in to score because Cano would hit a 3 RBI double down the right field line. I mean, guys, that is it. Not being able to produce at the plate when you need to, and allowing free passes, and them coming up with a big hit, and it being the same dude that comes up with a big hit. He comes up with a home run after a walk, and then you walk 3 straight guys, and then that happens. I mean, I don't know if you replace Shores there. Who are you going to go to? Evans, and then burn him tomorrow, and then what? And then what? I mean, you still got to live to fight another day in some instances in the back of your mind, and pray to God that Chase Shores can find a way out of it. And then hopefully and pray to God that your bats would come through. And they didn't. I saw a lot of people in the media tonight, all the bats are they're gonna overcome. No, they weren't. That kid Brown shoved it down your fucking throat. You don't know baseball if you can't see that kid was shoving it down our ass. He was giving us a wet willy like a big brother does to the little brother. Nothing we could do about it. Those 3 walks killed you. The RBI double down the right field line on a pitch, by the way, at 100 miles an hour. He did exactly what he needed to do with it. 9 pitches in the AB. He fouled off 3 of them. All fastballs, by the way. And he knows. Cano knew. Chase Shores cannot locate his slider. I'm not swinging at it. If you strike me out, then so fucking be it. But I'm going to sit on a very fast pitch. I'm going to sit on the fastball, and I'm just going to do everything I can with it. And he did it. 3 RBI double down the right field line beat you. Not being able to execute at the plate beat you. Cooper Williams would come in and give up a bloop single, the RBI sac bunt from him to Danny Dickinson that would score a run from Cano. Seguin would walk, and Henry would strike out. So, 6-3 the lead for Little Rock. Top of the 4th, when you needed to come back and answer what just happened in a very long 3rd inning. Stanfield strikes out. You have a line drive single in right field by Curiel. Jones flies out to center field on a ball that was hit really hard by Royal. Danny Dickinson would walk. So you got 2 runners on, and then John Pearson comes up for Jake Brown. I did not like the Jake Brown pitch hit for Pearson. I know that they brought in a lefty, but you got to assume that they're going platoon arms there and that they will continue to go platoon arms. I don't think taking Jake Brown out in that instant for John Pearson was the right move. I know you're playing matchups and you're down 6-3 and you're trying to get a big hit. John Pearson, though, and Brown would come in a 2-0 count for Royal during the Josh Pearson at bat. So in that whole situation, I don't agree with moving Brown. And then Brown comes in for Royal, the guy that would complete the game for him, in a 2-0 count. John Pearson would hit a ball to the shortstop, and a fielding error by Cano at first base would keep the inning alive with the bases loaded. And on ball 4, Ethan Fry would fly out to the shortstop. Awful, man. Just awful. Absolutely awful stuff. Guys, you left 6 runners on in 2 innings. 6. I mean, you get 1 base hit by Ethan Fry or Michael Braswell, guys, you're tied up. You're tied up. And if you get a hit in any one of those situations, I don't know if the crowd intensity doesn't make Little Rock a little squeamish. But the bases loaded being left, the bases being loaded twice and you getting no runs from it, and then you adding in the walks, you beat yourself. You're beating yourself. You have no one to blame but yourself. Guys, that's the game. I mean, we can go through so many different things, and we will. But that right there, the 3rd and 4th inning, the 3rd inning and the top of the 4th inning is it. It's the game, essentially. I know that you had other opportunities that you don't capitalize on, but fuck. That's just horrible baseball. Horrible baseball. Bottom of the 4th, Cooper Williams would stay in. He would get a ground out by Geck. Rhodes would strike out. Martin and Chaplin, though, would double up on line drive singles, 1 to left field and 1 to right field. So they made it a little bit interesting to the 4th. But Cano hits a ball very hard in the center field to the warning track in the center field. I would have walked in with the bases loaded. Fuck that. I would have gone on a left-handed hitter. Just because it's an out doesn't mean shit. That ball was scorched. Guys, I'm pitching around that motherfucker. I mean, shit. I ain't letting him see shit. If there's a base open, I'm putting him on. He's destroying the baseball. He's seeing beach balls. It's not just you that he's doing that to. He's doing it to everybody he sees. You or anybody. I mean, you got lucky on that one. You got lucky that ball that he hit into center field in the 4th had some top spin. It's the only thing that saved your ass. He gets a little, just maybe a centimeter underneath it from where he swung, that bitch is gone, and you're blown out. You're blown out. I mean, porn stars don't blow out as much as what you would have been at that point. You would have been Bonnie Blued at that point. But you don't, and you get out. So a right decision. But it scared the shit out of me. That's for damn sure. Top of the fifth, Brown is still in for Little Rock. Milan would hit a hard ground ball to second base, and he would get out. Hernandez would hit a line drive double down the left field wall. He would later score on a wild pitch. Larson would have a line drive single into right field, but Stanfield would ground out to third base. And Curiel comes up. Curiel seeing the ball well. He would be intentionally walked in the top of the fifth for Jerry Jones. Guys, you got runners on, and you have Jerry Jones at the plate, and Derek Curiel's intentionally walked. Jerry Jones strikes out on 3 sliders. Guys, I'm trying to find the words to say. It's a double-edged sword on what you do with Jerry Jones. Very much a double-edged sword. The double-edged sword is simple for me. I don't want to fuck up his mentality because you need him to deliver for you tomorrow. Jared Jones has got to find a way to deliver for you tomorrow. I know it's 12:30, 1 a.m. If I'm him, I'm not leaving the facility. I'm not. I understand, get your rest, do what you need to do, but he's got to find it, and he's got to find it now. You do not get where you want to go without Jared Jones. That is the bottom line. You cannot advance without Jared Jones. Now, maybe you can find a way tomorrow against this team who's, I have no idea what they're going to do from a pitching perspective. No clue. But he's got to find it. And he's got to find it now. I'd move him in the order. I don't know for who. I don't know how. I don't know where. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Guys, he's got 1 hit in his last 23, 24 plate appearances, whatever the stat is, and it shouldn't have been a hit. The right fielder lost it. His approach is off to me. If you're asking me what I'm seeing a guy whose approach is vastly off. I think he is opening up way too much and trying to smack the shit out of everything versus loading, seeing the ball deep, and taking the ball the other way. If I am him, I am getting more back in the box. I am getting either back in the box. I'm backing off the box. Everybody's attacking him away. If they're going to attack you away, scoot up, back up, and just try to take everything to fucking right field. His approach is, to me, his approach is vastly off. It is critically off. They slapped Jared Jones in the fucking face tonight by intentionally walking Curiel and saying, we don't think you can do shit. Well, he didn't. Here's where I'm at with Jared Jones. We all know the ability that he has. The ability to do great things. But legends are built in high tense situations. They are. They struck you out on 3 pitches, and you had to know it was coming. You had to know it was coming. You do not go where you want to go without Jared Jones. I'm going to ride with whatever Jay Johnson does tomorrow. Anything. If he keeps him in that 2-hole or he moves him. I understand both sides of it. But, man, you get in a critical situation, you're going to have to live with it. Bottom of the 5th, Cooper Williams would go 1, 2, 3. Harris, Wilbanks, and Seguin would go down in order 1, 2, 3. Tigers would replicate that too, as Danny Dickinson grounds out to the shortstop on what would have been ball 4. He swung at his last 2 pitches that would have been ball 4. Pressing, man. You're down, you're pressing, you want to get things going. Not good. I want to stop on Danny Dickinson. Why did he change the bat that he was using from game one? Why? You hit 2 bombs off of the Little Rock ace, and you think that changing your bat would be the way to go? I think the bat he's using is too heavy for him. I've said this all season about him. But he swung at ball 4 twice, and they ain't got shit to do with the bat. But he ground out to the shortstop. Josh Pearson would strike out, and Ethan Fry would ground out to the shortstop. Williams would return the favor again. God, Cooper Williams was clutch. I mean, he kept you in the game, man. He 1,000% kept you in the game. You score in any one of these innings, Casey Evans is coming in. But you couldn't. And Cooper Williams delivered for you. He goes 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. He gets a ground out to shortstop that was picked by Jones at first. Blaylock strikes out swinging, and Rhodes goes down 6-3 as well. Top of the 7th, Stephen Milam leads off the inning with a line drive single into right center field. Hernandez would hit a fly ball on the warning track to right field. So you're touching Brown here in the 7th. Tanner Reeves would come up in a line drive to first base, and Cano would make an insane play. Guys, sometimes it is just their night. But you gave them all the momentum. And this Cano kid is hotter than he's hotter than a Hot Pocket coming out of a microwave. I mean, he's hotter than a Hot Pocket. With no sleeve. You know, you put Hot Pockets in sleeves. I mean, it's an insane play. He may one day in DBU season this year. Or not this year, but today. Same fucking play. God bless Jesus Almighty. God bless Jesus. I mean, even when you were hitting, it just right to him, too. Bottom of the 7th, Jacob Myers is in for Cooper Williams. He gets a ground ball to Tanner Reeves and back-to-back strikeouts on Chaplin and Cano. Massive. Absolutely massive. Top of the 8th, Stanfield, Curiel, and Jones come up, and Stanfield gets a ground ball right back up the middle, but into the shift for a 4-3 put out. Curiel hits a ball to the warning track into left field, and he is out, and Jones grounds out to third base. 1, 2, 3, go the Tigers. Bottom of the 8th, this is where the wheels fell off and you lost. Myers would walk Harris, Wilbanks, and Seguin. A pass ball would score. I'm messing up my handwriting. A sac fly from Henry would score Harris. A walk for Blaylock, an RBI grounder to the second baseman. Rizzi was in for facing Rhodes. A pass ball would score Seguin. Martin would walk. Chaplin would get an RBI single right back up the middle, and Cano would hit a ground ball to third base, and you would go 1, 2, 3 in the 9th to end it. The 3rd and 4th, top of the 4th inning, killed you. It obliterated you. So, let's get into the fun part of the show. Fun part of the show is this. Guys, your season's not over. But you put all on the line tomorrow. And if you're watching, if we clip any of this, the game that you will play today is on the line. You faced adversity last night or tonight, whatever you want to call it, versus Little Rock, a team that does not have any business coming into Baton Rouge and beating you. They are red hot. And sometimes in baseball, teams that are red hot, you just got to tip the cap and say, man, this is baseball. They are finding it at the right time and when they need to. They are peaking at the ultimate right time. Tomorrow you have Casey Evans and Zach Cowan that can go. And I got to be a little honest with you. Zach Cowan scares me. He really scares me. He has been dominant all year. He has done some very great things. He's done some special things. The last couple times that we've seen him, teams have been all over him. but your season is on the line, and everybody's got to be ready to go. The only person I think is not going to go would be Kate Anderson. And even in an inning to go to a super regional, if you got to throw Anthony Einson, guys, even I think that is on the table. Because tomorrow he will throw a bullpen anyway. Tomorrow he's going to throw 30 to 45 pitches in a bullpen anyway to get loose. Guys, your season's on the line. And you're going to find out exactly what kind of team that you have. This is it. This is 1,000% it. The buck has got to stop here. You know the opponent that you will face next week if you do advance, and that is West Virginia, the team that you would have saw last year. If you were to advance to a super regional, that would have been at home, by the way. Guys, to be honest with you, I am stunned a little. I am then at the same time not stunned. I just would not have started nude. I would have rolled out to try to put it all together and let Case and Evans deliver for me. It's what I would have done to put it away. Good news is that you have him tomorrow. And if it's anyone starting outside, and maybe you can make the justification for Zach Cowan. If anybody is starting other than Case and Evans, then I'm going to have a problem. Not that it cares and matters to Jay. I'm rolling with your electric freshman. I am betting everything that he delivers for you. Bat's got to find it tomorrow. Guys, this Little Rock bullpen is depleted. They are not in the situation that you are in. They're just not. Season's on the line, man, and how are you going to push through? That is the storyline here. Season on the line. So we'll see. All right. We had a super chat in here from Anthony B. Saints. What's up, Anthony? With a $5 super chat, says, can you explain however the home team is decided for regionals? We have the away team again. We knew the jump up early, let Evans pitch. Are we the away team again? I hadn't seen that. I haven't seen that. Yeah, I hadn't seen that. Maybe we are. I'll be honest with you. Paul's Hub's in here, Anthony. I don't know. I know that they've done that. Like Tennessee was the away team today at their home stadium. I think it's stupid. I think it's really stupid. Very, very stupid. But here's the truth, Anthony, and thank you for the super chat. I don't think that matters. You just got to go take it to them. I mean, none of that should matter, whether you're the visiting team, quote unquote, or the home team. I don't think that should matter at all. I think you just got to go take it to them, a team that is not as talented as you, and you got to go find it. In reference to Case and Evans, you're right. I mean, there's no way I'm going to anybody else. None. Zero, zilch, nada. No way. None. Zero. You got to bring you got to bring your stuff. Everybody's got to be ready to go. It'll be interesting to hear and to see and to say what Jay Johnson's going to say to this team tomorrow. Tiggs Bits, what's up, man? We met Tiggs Bits and the guys at the Tennessee series. What's up, bud? He says ESPN2. Yeah, ESPN2 tomorrow. 8 p.m. We are the visiting team. Okay. Fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. How are you going to let the team that's hosting the regional be the away fucking team? I mean, fucking stupid ass NCAA. Here's the truth though. We can complain about that shit all we want to, but that shit doesn't matter. That shit just doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It really, really, really doesn't. Go fucking take it to them. Why would I care if I'm home or away based off of what we're doing? You got to go take it to them. Fuck that shit. I don't think it matters. Maybe this is the year, says Chuck the Arkansas fan. Chuck the Arkansas fan, brother, y'all have no room to talk about losing in regionals. You had your best pitcher in a decade and you got dicked down. By the way, you came to Baton Rouge and got your fucking asses waxed. LSU put that big tiger dick all over you. Don't come up in this chat talking shit when we dick you down. Ozarkian on YouTube says, my neighbors destroyed LSU. I can talk plenty of trash. I really don't know who all these people are, but here's what I'd say. If you're an Arkansas fan, you got dicked down. And if you're a Texas fan, you just lost to UTSA and they swept your ass on the season. So y'all can shut the fuck up. Harry Alfonso says, have a feeling Evans will come in late to close it out. I don't think you can do that, Henry. Then who do you start? You're going to start someone you hadn't started all year. There's no way. There's 0% chance that I am not starting Evans. None. Zero. Anthony with another $5 super chat says, hopefully this game was the equivalent of the second game against Florida in 2023. We were absolutely dog walked in that game. Yeah, the problem is that was Florida. That's the problem. I mean, the last time I remember a situation like this happening was you lost to Omaha and in game 2, and then you turned around and beat him in game 3. Destroyed him in game 3. That would be my equivalent. That would be my equivalent. I just can't. I mean, you beat yourself a lot tomorrow. Today. Bo Porter on Facebook says, I think tomorrow will be a different story. Little Rock doesn't have the pitching to beat LSU twice. I could be wrong. We point blank have to hit better and pitch better. I don't think that they have the pitching. They certainly don't have the caliber of dude as Kason Evans and Zach Cowan. And they're depleted. The problem is if you allow walks, you allow a walk and then Cano comes up and he blasts one and you can't find it at the plate, it won't matter. It simply will not matter. The funny thing is that you gave up 10 runs when you gave up no runs the first 2 games. You were bound to be due. You were bound to be due. Brock says, if we get through tomorrow with a W with Supers, a very winnable considering you have Anderson and Nianson. But, man, winning in Omaha is going to be tough on that pitching. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. And especially if you can't throw strikes. Especially if you can't throw strikes. Matthew says Shores needs to learn how to throw at the in the strike zone. I think he's trying to. Jared Addison says Little Rock's pitching didn't beat us. Flaccid sticks beat us. Well, I would make the argument that walks beat us more than our sticks. But they didn't show up either. Match on Twitter says, now Now, and anything can happen. Elimination game tomorrow is scary as fuck. It is scary as fuck. It's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. I got bubble guts right now thinking about it. Adam says, how in the F is LSU the away team again tomorrow? I don't know. I legitimately don't know. It makes no sense to me. But listen, I'm just in the camp of that it shouldn't matter. None of that shit should matter. I mean, it should not matter. Like, legitimately. I do think it's wild that a 4 seed who has a losing record, I mean, it just devalues the NCAA in reference to what they're doing. Maybe they flip a coin. Who the fuck knows? I really don't know. Frank Castle with a $10 super chat says, would love Reese and LeBron too, but same issues I have with them I have with Simpson. It's their defense. But, man, that offense on paper would be a nightmare for teams. LeBron's not been bad on defense. He got hurt, and I think that has really plagued him defensively. He hasn't been bad. He'll be fine. I like LeBron a lot. If him and Ace Reese hit the portal, I'm spending all the money to get him. But I think Tennessee is going to get one of them, and Texas is in the mix, and they're going to spend a shitload of money in year 2 under Schlossnagle. Because even though they lost in the regional, guys, they're hurt, they're banged up. You're gonna have to spend the money to get one of them. And quite honestly, I mean, considering what you have coming back, I don't know if you don't get Reese, but LeBron's projected the number 1 overall pick in next year's draft. So, yeah, you're gonna have to spend money for one of them. And with Reese, you know that you're getting 20 home run power. By the way, had 20 home, I think, 2021. He had 20 or 21 home runs. In that, you know that you're replacing the power of Jones and a guy that will hit for more contact with less strikeouts. So, yeah, I don't disagree. I don't disagree. You got to get one of them. You got to go get one of them if they do enter. That's assuming that they enter. Anthony says, I figured that would piss Jones off, but I guess not. If you're talking about the intentional walk, I thought it would have too. But it didn't. Man, we got a lot of Arkansas fans in here. How in the hell can Arkansas fans be in this chat? There's 1,520 of you right now. How can Arkansas fans be in this chat right now when you came to Baton Rouge and you got your shit kicked in? What a fucking loser-ass fan base. You're waiting up till 12:52 in the morning, and after you came to Baton Rouge and literally got dicked down. Fucking stupid. Taki on YouTube says, felt like we manufactured some runs early and was super aggressive on the base pass, and then they just let up. Seems like. No, you just walked too many, and then you gave up a big hit. And Chase Shores finally threw a strike, and it got obliterated. And listen, here's the thing with Shores. When he's able to locate his slider, he's the most dangerous man on the planet. One of the most dangerous men on the planet. Teams don't respect if his slider cannot be found inside the strike zone, they're not going to fucking respect it. Anybody can time up 100. It's hard as fuck to do, but anybody can do it. Anybody can fucking do it. They're sitting on the fastball. They have no respect for anything off speed that he's throwing. None. I don't know the stats, but I remember thinking to myself, like, man, they're not – if he could locate anything off speed. Because he's a two-pitch dude. He's going to throw a slider, a four-seam that sinks, and a two-seam that sinks, and it's basically the same fucking pitch. He's a two-pitch guy. And if he can't find this off-speed stuff like he did in the SEC tournament, he will get rocked. And here's the truth. There could easily be a situation tomorrow where you got to go back to him. Everything's on the fucking table. Everything. You leave nothing to fucking chance. Nothing to chance. James McCormick says, I only had 2 or 3 Michelobs tonight. Good for you. I'm gummied up. Taki says Braswell uppercut swings so much. Look, their approach is not the right approach for some of these guys. Braswell's got to hit the ball on the fucking ground. He's got to stay on top of the baseball. He loads way too early, and he's got his hands behind his head or on top of his head. So then it's going to force the uppercut instead of being here and then driving down the baseball, seeing the pitch deep, and fucking trying to hit everything in the right field. When you're in a fucking mega slump, you shouldn't be trying to kill the baseball when you don't have power. He doesn't have power. You allow it with Jones because he could hit one to the fucking moon. But even I don't like his approach. I really don't. The whole creating launch angle misses the fact of strikes being massively elevated. Massively elevated. Black Connection says, I agree, Anthony. I thought he was talking about Anthony Ianson. Yeah, tonight was bad. James McCormick says, Jay Johnson on the hot seat, I think. No, he's not. Guys, you lost a game in a regional. What if you advance to a super? God forbid you beat West Virginia. The season's not fucking over. He's not on the fucking hot seat. Hold on. I'm going to go back to that. James McCormick. Jay Johnson on the hot seat. No, he's not. Not right now. I mean, y'all will talk about it if he loses a regional or this regional. I get it, but no, the fuck he's not. No, he's not. I mean, you haven't lost a regional yet. Jake Roberts says, I like our chances tomorrow. Just got to flush it. Got to. Very quickly. Very quickly. Rodney King says nothing personal. Rodney Kraft, excuse me. Yeah, about earlier. So look, just follow the comments on our timeline when we post something on Twitter. It's ridiculous. Some of these comments are fucking ridiculous. Bench Jared Jones, he's fucking ass. God bless Jesus. Y'all are stupid. Those who say that shit are fucking stupid. Nolan Strain says we need Marucci, I guess, to not give out those bats during our regional. Well, they gave them to us too. I mean, like Danny Dickinson hit 2 bombs with him, and he flushed it. He's not even using it anymore. Luis Hernandez went 3 for 4 tonight using that same bat, same manufactured bat. It ain't got nothing to do with that shit. Dave, we're finding reasons to have excuses. Bullshit. David says Jay is a great recruiter, but his lineups and pitching handling is really bad in my opinion. I don't like tonight. I mean, but the flip of that would be I don't know. I don't fucking know. Tiger by 24 says, who do we start tomorrow? Like I've said, I think you go Case and Evans. Jared Addison says BK on the hot seat, though. Maybe. Jordan says Jones needs to get up out of the slump ASAP. Yeah, you're not advancing without him. Guys, you found some adversity. What the fuck are you going to do with it? I mean, you're not you're not out of it. Ashlyn Carter, we brought this up, but yeah, says Einstein threw 98 on Friday. Any chance he throws tomorrow? 1,000%, Ashlyn. I mean, everything's on the table. The only person that you don't at least get ready and say that you're going to go an inning would be Kane Anderson. And I got to be honest with you, Ashlyn, I think you would have to you would have to pry the baseball out of Kane Anderson's hands. The problem with Ianson is they've seen him before. And I don't like, are they able to find it on him? And then you just figure it out in the supers. But, yeah, he's got to give you an inning. I mean, he'll throw a bullpen tomorrow. Saturday, Sunday, Monday on 3 days. Yeah, he'll throw 30 to 45 pitches tomorrow and loosen up. You're fucking right, he will. I mean, I'm telling everybody tonight that you legitimately, like, everything's on the table. Your entire season's on the table. All right, a couple more, and then we're getting out of here. Nolan Strade says, I think Jay needs to change the lineup 2 through 8 and mix things up. I'm sure he will. Outside of Curiel and Stanfield, I'm sure he will. And who knows what he does? Who knows what he does? It's going to be interesting to see. Look, I have faith that you win tomorrow. You're the better team. Don't prove me wrong. Please, God, don't be proven wrong. See you on the post game tomorrow, man. Y'all have a great night. Peace.